Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. In the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and most beneficent. Starting our lecture with the moral lesson, that is wrong even if everyone is doing it, right is right even if no one is doing it. So never get confused between right and wrong and always choose the right path. So students of grade 8, I'm your teacher Aisha Ashraf, and today we are going to study chapter number 5, chemical reactions. The topic which we are going to study is core concept 5.5, energy changes in a chemical reaction. So over here, first of all, starting with our lecture, that how does a chemical reaction takes place. As we all know that inside the human body and outside in our environment, there are so many chemical reactions which are taking place in our environment. How does it takes place? So here is the answer, that whenever a chemical reaction takes place, what happens? The atoms of the reactants rearrange themselves to form new compounds. Okay, clear? Just there are the two things, reactants and products. So the atoms of the reactants, they rearrange themselves and they change into new substances that are compounds. The next thing in the chemical reaction is that it is made possible with the help of energy, means that every chemical reaction proceeds with the help of energy, means energy is required. No reaction takes place without the involvement of energy, means that energy is the basic thing which helps to proceed the reaction. Without energy, reactions do not proceed, and it is needed when the reactants reassemble themselves. Okay? The atoms which are being present in the reactants and their existing arrangement is changed, they disassemble and they arrange into the new pattern, into the new form, that are compounds, and energy is released when the atoms join. So on the basis of releasing of energy, and there are basically two types of reactions. One are exothermic reaction and the other one are endothermic reaction. As you can see this picture, which is very clear, over here they are saying that the heat is released in the exothermic reaction. Therm means heat. So the reaction in which heat is being released into the environment, this is called exothermic reaction. And the reaction in which heat is being absorbed, like the heat of the surrounding is absorbed by the things which are in which the chemical reaction is being proceeding. So this kind of reaction is called endothermic reaction. What happens in this reaction? The container in which this reaction is basically proceeding, that is cooler than the surrounding, and in exothermic reaction the container is hot. So just have a look over here. On the basis of energy release, there are two types of reactions which are being classified. One is endothermic and the next one is exothermic. Now we are going to study these reactions in detail. So starting from endothermic, the reactions in which energy required to the existing arrangement of atoms break a bond is higher than the energy which is released. It means the amount of energy which is being released is lesser in amount as compared to the existing arrangement energy, that is basically higher. So in that case, the reactions which is going to occur, that is endothermic reaction. So here they are saying that how amount of energy is absorbed from the surrounding. Okay, means from the surrounding the energy is coming and being absorbed by the reactants, and the reaction is being proceeding. And in this situation, the container in which the reaction is being proceeding, that becomes cold. Okay, so okay, now most of the decomposition reactions are exothermic reaction. These are the examples of the endothermic reaction. Once again, therm means heat. So endothermic reactions in which heat is absorbed, these kind of reactions. Okay, G, example of the endothermic reactions. They are telling you these all examples are being given in your book. Water combines with ammonium chloride. Okay, this is the reaction between water and ammonium chloride which is being formed. As a result, ammonium chloride crystals are being formed. Then the second one is the reaction between salt and water, which is also the endothermic reaction. Salt and water reacts together to form the neutralization reaction. Now the next one is the next type is exothermic reactions. Exo means to release. Therm means heat. So the reactions which releases the heat, those reactions are called exothermic reactions. Definition starting from this, that in this reaction the amount of energy released when atoms combine to give product, that amount of energy is higher. Okay, means the case is opposite than the endothermic reaction. Over here this amount of energy is higher than the energy required to disassemble the existing atomic combination. So it releases the energy in the surrounding in this form. This is called exothermic reaction. The energy released is in the form of heat, as we know that without the help of energy reaction do not proceed. Energy is the basic need for the proceeding of a reaction. So when this energy is released, the temperature of the system get increased. And in this situation what happens, that the container becomes hot when the reaction is being proceeding. For example, calcium oxide, when it is added to the water, that reaction is also exothermic. It releases the heat in the environment. So here they are going to give you the example that many combination reactions are exothermic reactions and all decomposition reactions are endothermic reactions. So these are the examples. Coming towards the first example. First example is burning, combustion. All the process of burning are exothermic because we know it's very simple. It releases the heat in the environment. Neutralization reaction, in which acids and alkalis are added together and they neutralize. The pH value changes to 7. That also releases the heat. Container becomes hot. And the reaction between water and calcium oxide. So these are the examples which we are going to study in detail one by one. So number 1, burning, combustion. When the fuel burns in the presence of air, in air oxygen is present, it combines to form carbon dioxide and water, which is a pollutant. Okay, this causes the pollution also. So this example is of exothermic reaction of burning or combustion. The next one, neutralization reaction. When acid reacts with base or alkali, what is formed in neutralization reaction occurs, and as a result salts and water are formed. Now the next reaction is when calcium oxide, quicklime, is reacted with water. As a result, slaked lime is produced, which is called calcium hydroxide. Its formula is CaOH twice, which is called slaked lime calcium hydroxide. This is also an exothermic reaction. How we know that? Because the beaker becomes hot as written over here and the temperature rises. So students, I hope so that you have cleared the concept of both types of reactions. Now, there is interesting information that there are also some reactions which are neither exothermic neither endothermic. What is the reason behind that? The reason behind that, as we know that energy is utilized for proceeding the reaction. So when the reaction is taking place, the amount of energy absorbed is equal to the amount of energy released. In this way, the formation of water, for example, is type of that reaction in which there is equivalence in the energy released and in the energy absorbed. So neither the reaction is exothermic, neither it's endothermic. Okay, now photosynthesis and respirations are the two reactions which are occurring in our daily life, and these two reactions are different from each other, totally opposite. And now the question is, which of them is an endothermic reaction? Yes, you can guess it in your mind. Okay, now the answer is that photosynthesis is an endothermic reaction. Why? Because as sunlight is being absorbed by the chlorophyll present inside the chloroplast inside the leaves, okay, during the process of photosynthesis, and this is occurring to make the food for the plants because plants are producers. What happens during the process of respiration? In respiration, the glucose combines with oxygen, and as a result, the energy is released, and that energy is released that is converted into the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and this example shows that this reaction is exothermic because energy is released, and over here the energy is absorbed by the leaves. I hope so it's clear to you. So our lecture is being over. So I hope that all the things are being clear to you. If there is any problem, students, you can ask your teacher during the live session. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Stay blessed.